Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are painting a beautiful handmade watercolor card for Mother's Day featuring these soft, delicate ForgetMeNot flowers. This is such a sweet way to show your love and appreciation with something truly personal. I'm starting by mixing some of my favorite shades of blues in the order of cerulean blue, ultramarine blue, primary blue cyan, and then I'm also mixing a muted violet by adding a bit of primary red magenta to ultramarine blue. We will use these colors alternately to draw all the flowers. I have listed all the shade names and other supplies in the description box below, so be sure to check those links. Then, with my size 6 filbert brush, I am going to start painting the ForgetMeNot 5-petal flowers on the lower half of the paper. I have cut my paper to size 5 by 7 inches, which is a standard greeting card size, and then taped it to have a nice border. Using your 3 to 4 shades of blue, alternate between them to add natural variation and depth. Keep the flowers small as ForgetMeNots are tiny and delicate. We are focusing on painting multiple floral clusters on the lower half of the paper, letting them gently trail upward like a soft garden breeze. This part may take a bit of time, so try to go slowly and stay patient as you paint. These little blooms require care and attention, but the end result is always worth it. Paint the flowers close to each other and place them at slightly varying heights to add movement and interest. Don't worry too much about getting the placement perfect. We will connect everything later with stems and it will all come together beautifully. Then I'm taking a pause and switching to a size 1 round brush to dot in some darker pigment near the center of some of the blooms. I will allow the colors to blend naturally. I have skipped ahead a little bit in the footage to save time and I have completed the rest of the flowers off camera. But this is how they should look, closely clustered, scattered at different heights and covering the lower half of the paper. Feel free to pause here and take your time to build up your own clusters like this. Next, let's mix a fresh green for the stems. I'm using a bit of sap green and green gold mixed into some of the leftover blue. This gives us a soft, cool green that pairs beautifully with the flowers. Using a small round brush, something like a size 1, start connecting the flowers with delicate fine stems. Let the lines flow naturally and don't worry if it's not perfectly even. The soft, loose look adds to the charm. I have added about 3 to 4 clusters, so I'm going to connect them all one by one with a main stem and some smaller stems on the top. Now using the same green mix and a size 6 round brush, we will add some leaves. Paint slightly larger leaves toward the bottom of the page to fill up most of the white space. This helps ground the arrangement and gives it a fuller look. Then switch to a smaller size brush again and paint some tiny buds and baby leaves along the stems near the top portion. These little details add variety and softness to the overall composition. Take your time to fill in all these details. Once everything is dry, we will add the centers of the flowers. I'm using a gouache mix of lemon yellow and a touch of orange for a warm, vibrant tone. Using a fine brush, we will paint small rings near the center of each flower. This gives them that classic forget-me-not look and adds a lovely bit of contrast. Now I'm going back in to add more greenery and some final details. I'll be using both darker and lighter tones of green to create a bit of depth and layering in the leaves and stems. We don't want to overdo it, but just adding a few darker tones at the end really helps pull the composition together and makes everything pop. At this stage, take a moment to look at your composition and see if there are any white pockets or empty areas that feel a bit too open. I'm going back in and adding some more flowers in those spaces, just to balance things out and give the bouquet a more natural, full appearance. Then I'm adding a brown dot in the center of all the flowers to make them pop further. When your painting is dry, we will add the word Mom above the flowers or in a space you have left open. You can use a fine brush or a black pen just to keep it simple and personal. You can glue the artwork onto a card or paint it directly on a blank one. And that's it, your handmade Mother's Day card is ready. I hope this project brought you a little peace and joy. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more relaxing watercolor tutorials. Happy Mother's Day and happy painting!